Okay, so last semester you people had EEFM. Okay, Engineering, Economics and Financial Management. So this semester you will be having Essentials of Management. There are 8 branches who had EOM last time. They will be having EEFM this time. So this is how this system works. Okay, so at the end of your full year, you should have studied Engineering, Economics as well as Essentials of Management. So just to tell you something about this subject, why as engineers you have to learn this. See, the thing is, some time back, maybe 2012, 13, those times, only mechanical engineers and maybe printing or sometimes civil, only they were exposed to industrial management. They had a subject in 7th semester where mechanical and IP also had economics, others had just essentials of management. So what was happening after passing out from here, most of the people go on to do MBA or whatever management based subjects. So they used to be very fresh that time, no exposure to management subjects at all. And what used to happen, suppose you are in an MBA in say Western context, some university, there will be 30-35 people in your class, and out of which maybe 25-30 are already from BBA background, BBM background, or all these kind of things where they have studied management subjects. You people, engineers, good in arithmetic skills, good in what you call conceptual knowledge and all that, but new to management studies, don't know what is the meaning of management, what is the meaning of planning, what do you mean by controlling, what is the meaning of unity of command, what is the meaning of initiative, what is the meaning of unity of direction, all these things. So thing is, engineers are intelligent, you can grasp fastly, you can read and then be good compared to others, but that used to reflect in the assignments given. Those people already with the exposure of management, they would write it in a certain way, telling that in this case, for example, Mr. X was absent because of these kind of things, he lacked motivation, he should be motivated based on incentives, or you know in that organization the hygiene factors were not good enough, so more motivational factors were needed, or that person's self esteem level was not achieved, that person had not achieved self actualization, that's why his motivation was down. So these kind of answers would come from others, whereas you people have to read and then get to their level. So it was decided, if all have some kind of exposure to management subjects, so when you start your MBA or something, you already have something to build upon. So with that concept, management subjects were introduced to all the branches from 2013. So first, when it was started, it was of 48 hours every semester, means maybe 6th or 7th, 48 hours, out of which 24 hours for essentials of management, 24 hours for engineering economics. Two different faculties would come and teach weekly, 2 days, EOM, next 2 days EFM, like that. So same time both the things combined. So then we found that people are ignoring either of one of them. Only UM they'll study and write 3 questions. From EFM 1 question they'll write, or EFM 3 question, one from UM, something like that. So we thought, no, this will not work out. Let's have a full-fledged subject in that semester. So 36 hours it was divided into. So 36 hours UM, 36 hours EFM. Now you have already finished EFM, so we will now think about UM. Okay, essentials of management. So now you know the importance of this subject, why it is like this. Okay, now somebody will have to mute yourself. Devendra Samant. Okay, fine. Now coming to some basics about this, how do you study this subject, how do you write, what to write, and all those things. First thing is, mm, you know same like other subjects, number of assignments and all that, 2 3 quizzes, 2 3 written assignments, one sessional test, final exam. Okay, same thing. And one thing what I want to remind you is, I will not be evaluating your papers. Okay, I will be getting other branch papers to value. So that is how we work in UM. I will absolutely not get to see your papers. Only mark entry I will be doing. So some other faculty will value the papers what you write. I will be correcting some other branch papers. So that finally we have to get that bell-shaped curve. All that. Okay, normal distribution curve and all that. So it's a belief that if the same person corrects the same class that he teaches, there could be some kind of bias, some 0.5, 1.5 marks may be given higher. So to neutralize all that, we get some other section papers to correct. So that is one thing you have to remember, because sometimes after paper seeing, people come and argue, why did you reduce this, that and all. So scheme of valuation will be provided to you, and seeing the same scheme others will value it. The reason I'm telling you this is, see, we may discuss some example in the class, okay, and the concept, that idea is delivered to you. But when something is asked in the exam, you have to write according to the question. For example, see, there are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So question is, sometimes it is asked, explain the 5 functions of management with examples. So what students do, they explain planning, organizing, staffing with something discussed in the class, but they have not mentioned the clear example, so they lose marks there. So if the same faculty corrects, he may think, yeah, they have meant the same thing in the answer, I'll give full marks. But the other faculty will go according to the scheme. So then that normalization will come. So this is one important thing that I wanted to convey to you. Okay. And coming to the materials, immediately after this class, I'll upload all the required materials in the class materials folder. You can access that, and everything is there at your fingertips. Okay, so don't break your head. I'll be uploading the course plan also. In the course plan, you can see the recommended textbooks. I don't think some textbook soft copies are available, but what we discuss in the class, if you focus, it should be good enough, because we are not going into too much details about management. This is just essentials of management. Okay, some basic things. To get to know the core things of management, you have this business minors and others kind of things, where in each subject we'll go in depth. Okay, so we'll just you know do what is required for the syllabus. Fine. I see that still people are joining. Since today is the first class, doesn't matter, but next time onwards, please join in time. Okay, it's 2:15, still only 168 are joined, 40 are remaining, and people are still joining. So this class it is okay. Next class onwards, please join well in time. And one more thing about that contact class, we have absolutely no idea as of now what is that. So as and when we get information, we will see what is to be done in that. Till then, we will continue with online, and we will see. Today's class, by the end of today's class, I'll gauge you people and then decide upon my speed. What should be my speed? Should I go fast? Should I go very slow, or medium speed is enough? So this is the criteria for this class. I'll be discussing some topics now, and at the end I will see from next class onwards what should be my pace. All right, fine. So just let me share my screen. Yeah, Sagar, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, the screen is visible.
Yes, fine. Thank you. Yeah. So in this class we have Aero, ECE section and ECE D section. Okay, so after the class, ECE D section class rep and aeronautical class rep, please drop me one message in WhatsApp. Okay, so I have your numbers and then we can contact through that. Sagar Reddy, ENCC, has already contacted me. So I have his number. So you please send me your details so that we can keep in touch through that. Okay. Yeah, fine. So these are some things that I wanted to tell you, and I have discussed about this already. Okay, about attendance, every class at half time stage, I'll be taking your downloading the attendance report. So if it is from 2 to 3:30, at around 2:45, I'll be downloading the attendance sheet. Okay, and coming to the assignments, last time online how many assignments you had. It could be similar this time. We have no information as of now, but when we get it, we'll let you know. Same thing with the test. Okay, we will wait for the university to take a call. And about evaluation, I have told you. Okay, how it is going to be done. About study material, I just told you that I'll be uploading all the required things. And then in the course plan, you have the prescribed textbook details. You can have a look. Yeah, this is what I briefed you about. This is what you should know from where the subject has come and all that. So first it was 48 hours, then 36. Now total 16 branches, 8 have EFM, 8 have EOM. So this time Aero, Auto, ENC, and some other branches. CSC had it last time. Okay, fine. So before we go into the actual concept, just give me one moment. I'll be back. Yeah, just give me one moment. I'm moving from one room to another. Let me see if I can continue in this. So if it is disconnected, don't worry. Yeah. Sorry, Sagar. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Good. See, the thing is, I was sitting in my cabin. Same time, my another colleague has got economics class. This time UM EFM same time. So he is starting his class there now. So if I sit there, we both can't talk freely. So that's why I've shifted to another cabin from where I'll be taking class here onwards, so that no one can hear what I am discussing with you. Okay. Yeah. The thing is, yeah. So about the study materials, immediately after this class, I'll be uploading everything in the files folder. Okay, in MS Teams, including the question papers from last 2018, whichever exam you had, full final exam, what is it, makeup, sessional paper, retest paper, another makeup, whatever, including the recent online exams what were held, all the question papers I am uploading in one folder which you can access, so that you need not run here and there. Plus, usually I upload the slides every week, week by week, what I have discussed. But this time I'll upload everything one at a time. I mean everything together. It will be available to you. In case I need to update that, I will update. I will do the changes and then let you know which one to refer. It won't be major changes, minor itself. So whatever I send you today should be enough for you. Okay. And if you concentrate in class, if you refer those important questions from the question papers, you should be good enough to get 45 out of 50. Okay. Then other things depends upon you. 40 45, no tension. If you focus in class, and I'll be usually discussing important questions like from every topic, what kind of questions are asked and all that. So if you can focus on that, your life is, you know life will become simpler. Yeah. So coming to the syllabus, see, very simple, not any kind of rocket science. See, whenever there is a manager and people ask what managers do and all that, managers do five functions. These five functions define managers. That is planning, organizing, staffing, leading or directing, and controlling. This is a full management process. Whatever managers do can be classified into this. So this is your syllabus. One chapter will be on planning. What is the meaning of planning? What is the importance of planning? Why should we do the plan? What are the types of plans? What happens if we don't do this planning? What is the meaning of strategic plan? What is the meaning of tactical plans? Okay, what are the tools that help managers plan? So all this combined makes planning. Then coming to organizing, different type of organizations. We'll look at departmentation, how tasks can be divided into different parts. What is the meaning of delegation? So if you take, for example, Tech Tattva or Revel's example, you can find out what is the meaning of organizing. Okay, big task divided into small, each person given different task to look after, and then one person, collates everything. That's how things happen. So that is organizing. Managers do organizing in organizations. So what is that? Okay, then comes staffing. Staffing is about, it's called manpower planning or human resource management, HR planning, all that. So what happens here? Managers goal is to have the right people at the right time at the right place. Now suppose this is Feb, okay, we are going to start something in say July, some new project we are going to start. So we cannot, sleep till June and then decide how many people we want, who are they, what to do. So you start in the beginning itself, now itself. Okay, what is the need, or how many people we need, what should be their, qualifications, what should be their experience, from where can we get them. See, some jobs you can get from anywhere, local place itself you can get. Suppose there is some semi-skilled job, you need five crane operators or something, five truck drivers for your, transfer your inventory goods. Immediately from local five truck driver you can get. But if it is kind of say college director, you want to change the director, you cannot get that in the local market. You cannot go and search anyone who can become director. No, it has to be advertised, say all over India, different college top people will apply. Then you have to shortlist. Then you cannot tell them 10th come for interview. All are not free. So you have to ask their convenience, get them here. Okay, give them TADA, make them stay in nice place, conduct the interview. Say this may go up to 1 month, different people coming in that 1 month zone. After that, you shortlist, then you tell them, then they'll be already in some good positions where they have to give 3 months notice. Then they come and join. So these kind of things are huge processes. So depending on different levels of management, this kind of hiring takes time. So you should think that in the beginning itself. and then have the right people at the right place at the right time. When you're starting some project, you needed 20 people. Make sure you have the 20 in advance and they are trained well during that time. So when they start, they are all trained and you're ready to go. So this is, staffing aspect, plan in the beginning itself. And it's not only about hiring the people who are inside the organization. Okay, what will be the promotion policy? When should they be promoted? If somebody is not motivated, how will you improve their performance? What kind of training should be provided? How can we become up to date and compete with the competitors are using some new machine, so we are going to buy that. We need people to know how to use it, so we have to train them. So all these are ongoing processes, so you should have that in mind. Okay, how to get people, when to get, and they should be ready when you want them. So that will be discussed in staffing. Then comes directing is also known as leading. Okay, in this we talk about leadership traits. Okay, how what is the meaning of leader, manager as a leader, what are excuse me, 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Manager as a leader. Okay, so if somebody is demotivated, the manager should be able to motivate them. So we look at some motivation theories. There are n number of motivation theories in real life, but we will look at three, the three famous ones, what do you call, widely used ones, that will be there in your syllabus, that will see three things. Then leadership theory. Okay, what is the meaning of leader? There are some theories that explain you the traits of leaders. So for one size fits all doesn't work in leadership. According to situations, you'll have to change. So we'll look at some leadership theories. Now suppose if you take one person, say you tell him he's a dictator. Okay, he may be dictator in that particular situation, doesn't mean he's always a dictator. Some situations demand that. Now suppose today is the last day to complete the syllabus, and we have to complete the syllabus by 5 p.m. So if you ask me some doubts and all, I may just shut you up. Okay, just don't talk to me like that. Don't doubts. You read later, whatever it is. I want to finish the syllabus. So doesn't mean I'm like that all the time. Now we have 2 months, 3 months to finish the syllabus. My attitude will be different. My another style will come out. Okay, so these leaders, what are the different leadership styles? Okay, how to develop people through that? How to make best use of that? These things will be discussed in your leadership theories. Okay, that is in that directing or leading chapter. So in that you have motivation, leadership, and then small part about communication. Okay, what is the meaning of, what is the importance of managerial communication? What is the meaning of upward communication? What is downward communication? What is lateral communication? What are the barriers to effective communication? All these things, very simple. Okay, that comes in that directing chapter. Then the last chapter we'll be looking at in controlling. Okay, see what is the meaning of controlling. I'll tell you. Right. One second. Yeah, do we have aeronautical class rep here now? Class rep of Aero?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who is it? What's
Sir,
the name?
Arastu. Arastu, sir.
Okay, Arastu, I saw. Yes, correct. Yeah, Arastu. Were you there online from the beginning of this class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you understand whatever I said till now?
Yes, sir, I did.
You are comfortable with my language, with my accent?
Yes, sir. No issue.
Okay, so what about the notes about this subject? What about the PPTs about this subject? What did I tell about it?
So you will upload it on the class materials after the class.
Sorry?
So you said you'll upload it on
Upload
the
it.
Teams class.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Arastu. ENC DCR,
Yes, sir.
who is this?
Swapnil Tiwari.
Swapnil Tiwari. One second. Yeah, Swapnil. So you were there from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything I discussed today?
Yes.
Is my accent understandable?
Yes, sir. It is.
Is my speed okay? This is my usual speed. Is it too fast or too slow?
So I think it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Yeah. So you also understood, right? These things will be uploaded at the end of this class, all the materials.
Yes, sir. At the end of each class.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Thank you, Swapnil.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. See, now, why did I ask all these things? Okay. The thing is, now suppose we are in a regular classroom setting. Okay. I come and take the class and I don't ask you anything. I complete the portion. Then after 48 hours, you tell me, this person's accent was not understood, his voice was not clear, we didn't understand anything, the slides were not clear, notes were not given, all these things if you tell at the end of 48 hours, what can be done? Nothing. I can improve next time. Okay, so this is called feedback control. Okay, now what is feed forward control? Feed forward control is, I'll ask you in the beginning itself, is my voice clear? If you tell no, then I'll try to speak clearly. If you tell me my accent is not understood, so I'll try to work on that. If you tell I am too fast, I'll try to adjust the speed. So some things you will tell me, I'll work on that. So this is feed forward control. Concurrent control would be maybe every 3 4 classes I ask you, did you understand, did you get the notes? Like what happens in your class committee meeting. Your class committee meeting is a classic case of concurrent control. Okay, controlling as and when the things are happening. So this is the example for controlling. Okay, what is the controlling function in management? So this is controlling. Okay, controlling, people think that controlling people, no, controlling the functions. And one important question from this chapter usually asked, recently also asked, is explain the three types of control. That is feedback, feed forward and concurrent. Okay, that is one important thing, because if you don't see, suppose you are manufacturing 100 bottles. Okay, at the end of the 100 bottles, if you check the quality, you'll find out that there was a scratch. After 30th bottle, every bottle has got a scratch on it, so you'll have to scrap it. Instead, if you periodically check, every 10 bottles I'm going to take and check. So after 30th bottle, next 40th bottle you took, there was a scratch, so you can stop the production, and from that 30th to 40th you can check, okay, these people have scratch, we'll have to do something about the manufacturing. So this is concurrent control. Okay, and this and feed forward control, the thing was, if you remember, when you guys were in first year, or maybe you have not joined Manipal that time, what was the situation? Say for example, if you, this Monday is absent, okay, fine, Monday is a holiday, for example, fine, Monday is a holiday, no tension. Sessionals come on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, two sessionals, that means two classes blindly gone. Then Gandhi Jayanti coming on Wednesday, and Independence Day coming on Thursday. So holidays were there, people chilled. Okay, holiday, fine, no problem. But at the end of the semester, they found out that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maximum holidays had come. So those labs were missed. So people who had labs on Thursday, 5 labs were missed. Who had on Friday, 5 labs missed. And who had something on Wednesday, 3 labs missed. So like this. So everything was over. In the end, you have to break your head. What to do now? So what they did after that, they anticipated, they discussed in the beginning itself, what are the holidays that are going to come, on which day those will come. So suppose Thursday you are missing maximum, so some other day will have Thursday's timetable. That's why you have sometimes, Monday will have Tuesday's timetable, Thursday will have Friday's timetable. Why? That is to, cover up for all the losses that will happen. Okay, so that is your feed forward, sorry, wait, that is your feed forward control. You are anticipating things and doing some things in the beginning itself to make sure that things don't go wrong. Okay, that is a classical example of this controlling. Okay, feedback and then you can't do. Concurrent as and when. That's why class committee meeting. Are you getting notes? Are you getting text? Whatever. Otherwise, in the end, just before end sem, you'll tell we don't know anything. We didn't get anything. It can cause huge problem. Or at the end of the semester, we missed 5 labs. All this tension. So they do controlling. Okay, that is your feed forward, feedback, and concurrent control. So that is what we will see in one of the chapters called controlling. Plus, there are some ways to control. Okay, something called budgetary control, non-budgetary control, and some details about it that we'll see as and when it comes. So this is a major chunk of your syllabus. Along with this, you have a small portion on international business, where we will talk about Japanese business, American businesses, how they run, something like that, and some comparison between them. Then you have a brief chapter on entrepreneurship. Okay, what is the meaning of entrepreneurship? Who are entrepreneurs? What are their traits? Different classifications. Simple, basic. Then you have a small chapter on market analysis, where we look at what is the meaning of a marketing mix, means what is the meaning of 4 P's in marketing, what is the meaning of 5 C's in marketing. So these kind of some simple things we will see in that chapter. Then you have a small chapter on corporate social responsibility. Okay, what is the meaning of CSR, what are the advantages and disadvantages of that. So like this, some small chapters towards the end, so that makes your entire syllabus. Okay, so not a rocket science, you can easily get good marks in this, but you should know to write some good example and write the points given, what are the required points that should be there in the answers. Plus there are some 5 important figures in the whole syllabus. So if you learn those figures, you can draw that sketch and get good marks. Okay, I will tell you when the time comes what are the important ones, but if you just want it now itself, just to think about it, uh, there is one figure about different levels of managers and the skills required at different levels of managers. For example, the lower level of managers require more technical skills, middle level require lesser ones, top level need more conceptual skills, but human resource skills same at all levels. So there's a small figure depicting this. So that's one important thing. There is something called systems approach to management. That sketch is important. There is something called systems approach to staffing. That is important. There is one sketch about management by objectives. There is a schematic diagram explaining what is the meaning of management by objectives. Very important figure. There is something called strategic planning process. The process used to do the strategic plans, that means long-term plans. There's a model for that. So that is important. In leadership theories, you have something called Blake and Moulton grid, or it's called the leadership grid. That is also one important sketch. Okay, so out of whatever I told you, 5, 6, 3 questions had appeared in the recent online exams. Okay, there were 3 sketches asked from this. So before that in December also, I think not these 3, but some 3 sketches were asked. So there are some 5, 6 total sketches in this whole syllabus. So if you learn that, if not more, 10 marks at least you can score in the final exam. If you learn that sessional also, you can get 5, 10 marks easily, because we sometimes usually ask those sketches and ask you to explain. So we don't have 30, 40 sketches, only these 5, 6 sketches. So if you can, I'll tell you when the time comes, which is important. But I'm just giving you a feel of what kind of questions are asked and all that. Okay, fine. So that is about it so far. Yeah, at this point, do you have any doubt in your mind? Anything that is disturbing you? You want me to answer that? You can ask me now. Something in your mind about this subject which I have not told now, and it's making you uncomfortable, you can ask me. I'll try to answer that. Nothing? Okay, then we'll slowly move forward. Okay, so today we will just discuss about one of the very important things, basic things, essentials of management. What is the meaning of management? Okay, this is what we used to ask. These kind of questions used to be asked once upon a time. Define management, 1 mark. Okay, but nowadays we don't ask that, because there is CO, PO mapping and all that. So this definition doesn't help us match those COs and POs. So we don't ask that. But it is important that you understand what is the meaning of management. Okay, see, there are n number of definitions in management. Okay, different people have given very different versions of all those things, but if you want to understand what is management, the third definition will help you. On the screen, if you see the third definition, management is the art of getting things done through others. Okay, this is management. Okay, a manager need not know everything, he need not do everything, but he should be able to delegate it wisely, get it done from somewhere. Sai Sharan, I think you can mute your camera. Yeah, fine. What was I telling? Yeah, management is the art of getting things done through others. Okay, that is why we learn all these things. We should be able to extract work from others. Okay, you are a manager, you have some subordinates, If some task is given to you, you should be wise enough to give the task to them, understanding. Okay, delegate it to them, get the things done, collate it, and then present it. That is what is expected from managers. Okay, take for example Google CEO. Okay, he did not know everything, but he should be smart enough to get the things done through others and then take his company forward. Okay, if you take Tesla, Elon Musk, if you see, he need not know everything, but he has that vision, mission, and all that. He has transferred it nicely to his subordinates, and he has some plans. He delegates it to them. They get the right things done, and then he has it everything ready. Okay, so as a manager, you should have right people under you. If they are not right, you should be able to groom them to extract what is needed for you. Okay, so those are the management skills. So if you look at management in general, we tell management is the art of getting things done through others. Okay, so these things won't be asked, but you should be able to understand why are you learning all these things. Why are you learning staffing? What is the meaning of delegation? What are the principles of delegation? So all that finally leads to this. Okay, getting things done through others. Okay, now if you look at the nature of management, it's like universal process. Okay, applied everywhere. You can see how many things you manage. You manage your finances, you manage your attendance, you manage your marks. Now yesterday was Valentine's Day, you have managed your time and resources well. Okay, many must have saved a lot of money by not giving sweets and roses and all that, because whatever. So you have managed so many things. You manage your online attendance, manage your exams and all those things. So everywhere management is there. Okay, so it's a universal process. Okay, coming to group phenomenon, see, it's a concept of teamwork. See, there was a time when people used to work in vacuum. I am a scientist. I have a, what do you call, soda glass? What is that called? High power glass. I have long hair. I am a scientist. I will sit somewhere and work. Okay, those days are gone. Now organizations want teamwork. That's why you fake in your CV. I'm an excellent team player. Okay, you may be an introvert, hating each and every person on earth, but you write that excellent team player, enthusiastic young individual, and all that. Okay, companies will check for that. Okay, enthusiasm they won't mind, but teamwork, and you do or not. Okay, because they want now teamwork, because now everything is multidisciplinary. You see Philips, for example. If you go to KMC or whatever, you can see so many machines. Okay, it was not designed only by engineers. Okay, you need medical people for that. You need computer science for coding. You need mechanical people to understand the stress, strain, and develop the hinges, all those things. So many beams, cantilever beams, this, that. So you need all different discipline people, biomedical engineers, coming together, designing that kind of thing. So you need teamwork. So that is what management is about. Concurrent management. It's about group phenomenon, team, and creative. Okay, lot of scope for creativity. If you're in marketing or advertising, you can understand what kind of creativity. But if you think of some other field also in management, okay, you can present your concepts creatively. Okay, you have been given some project to find out some figures or something. If you can present it creatively, everyone understands, you can become what do you call, very effective in that. Okay, so that is creativity. Intangible, that means you cannot measure it. Okay, you cannot measure how much is that fellow's management. It is 10 kilos. Okay, you cannot measure that. It's intangible, good, bad, like that. How, give me that 100 units, that manager's management is 20 units, this person's is 100 units. No, you cannot measure. That is what it is called, intangible. Okay, then continuous doesn't mean that once you have done something, yes, we have arrived, we have reached. No, constantly things change. Okay, now every practice was put in place. Suddenly COVID came, new things have come. So from offline to online, then online to offline. December offline exam, January online exam, then March again offline, then again online, then those who missed, they will have offline, then to compensate online. So every time you need this management. Doesn't mean that we have reached. You make a car of 100 mileage, computers will make of 100 mileage, then you have to make for 120. So you are doing something again. Okay, you thought you will make 1 lakh car and be a king, but there are people who will make 75,000 worth car. People will buy that, so you have to do something again. So it keeps on going, continuous. Yeah, multidisciplinary, we have understood now what it is. And purposeful, you are doing something with objective. Okay, what is Elon Musk doing? I want to go to Mars. What? There is some objective there. Okay, I want whatever I want. So many things. Now you are doing something, some project in hand with some purpose. Okay, now Reliance is doing something with some purpose in mind. I want to take over Future Group, and my business should be everywhere. Whatever. Why did Geo come and give you something for free? Okay, so that they can capture the market already, saturated market. They come as new player, they penetrate the market fully, capture the market, then they start charging. Okay, so there is some purpose when they give us free Geo SIM. Okay, so that is purposeful. There is some reason behind everything you do. Okay, and then social process. Okay, this is one of the most ignored one, but one of the most important things. If you take, society as a whole, whatever you do should be, it should contribute to the welfare of the society. If you do something which destructs the society, which destroys the society, no. Okay, and you work in, you are in a society. When you are working, you are not working in vacuum. Whatever you do, people have to buy it, the money has to come in. Again, you have to produce more, sell it to the people. So there should be buyers, there should be sellers, there should be manufacturers. So it's all a social process. You're dealing with so many things, so many people, society. You should not harm the society. You're producing something and then producing smoke and sending all your, you know chemicals into the river. What is the use? Eventually everything is going to die. So, keeping the society in mind, management, it's a social process. Okay, fine. Okay, we will not discuss about this. This was a good discussion if you were in a physical classroom setting. Okay, is management a science or a art? We could have some group discussion. Okay, with the two teams having some points and all. But as a whole, it's a mix of both. Okay, you can call it as a science also, because there are some proven things in that. You can call it as an art also. You are learning it as and when it's going on. There are some practical know-hows and all that. So it's a mixture of both. So this is, for you to understand that only through science you can't do, only through art you can't do. This is a mix. Okay, now I spoke sometimes about the COs and POs. Okay, what is the course outcome? But at the end of this course, what should you learn? Okay, one important thing is you should be able to understand the roles of managers. When you tell roles of managers, now suppose if you take a lady, she plays many roles. Mother's role, sometimes lady as a mother, sometimes wife, sometimes sister, sometimes daughter. Like that, if you take in manager concept, managers play different roles. So what are those? Sometimes he is a figurehead role. He is going for inauguration. Sometimes he is disturbance handler, sometimes he is negotiator, sometimes he is a leader. So different roles of managers, we will see what are those. Then we'll discuss about principles of management. Very important. There are 14 principles of management, and questions will come on these principles in every exam you write. You write sessional, this will be there. If you write retest sessional, it will be there. If you write final exam, it will be there. If you write makeup exam, this will be there. So these principles of management, there are 14. So invariably 2-3 marks questions will come from this. Okay, then we'll see what are some managerial skills required. Okay, conceptual skill, design skill, human skills and all that. Okay, then what are the strategies required to run a business successfully? Okay, there are some strategies. We'll see overall cost leadership, focus strategy, or some other things. So that is one of the COs. Okay, another CO is you should be able to develop an organizational structure and plan for manpower. For example, if you take MIT's organization structure, there is director, then there is joint director, then there are 4 associate director, or 4 or 5 or 6 now. Then comes the HODs, then comes the professor, associate professor, assistant professor. So if you put this in boxes, and then non-teaching staff come in, okay, there will be director's PA. So if you show all of them in that one chart, that is organizational chart. So at the end of this subject, you should be able to know what is the meaning of organizational chart, how to draw one. Okay, what is the meaning of line, what is the meaning of staff, so where we should put all those people. So we will see how it is. Another thing is, I told you, leadership and motivational theories, we will see. So that is one of the COs. We should be able to apply that in real life. Okay, then in controlling, we have, I told you, budgetary control, non-budgetary control. So what are those? That is one of the things. And the last one is, like I told you, international business, Japanese business, US business. So how they run. Okay, what is the difference between them? What is the meaning of, marketing mix? How do you prepare a business plan? So all those things will be dealt with. Fine. So I think this much is enough for today for the introduction class. Next class onwards, I'll directly start with what is needed. So at this junction, let me take your attendance. Downloading the attendance. Yeah, this much is good enough for introduction class. I wanted to tell you about how the valuation is done, what about the attendance, how things are happening in this subject. Just wanted to tell you, not a very complicated subject, easy, but you should understand what is happening. So I have told you about the COs and POs also, what should be learnt at the end of this course. And then told you something about management. It's the art of getting things done through others. And I think that's enough for today. Now if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Any clarification you want, anything in your mind that you want to clarify, you can ask me now. Yeah, open to all. Anyone has anything, you can ask me now. Five seconds more. Nothing? Okay, then fine. So we will wind up today's session. Immediately after leaving this chat box, leaving this room, I'll upload the material straight away. Okay, I have kept it ready. Today morning I wanted to upload, but I thought first I'll talk to you people and then tell that I'm uploading and then upload. So course plan also is uploaded now. It will be uploaded now. You can have a look. Yeah, if you have nothing else, then we can call it a day. Yes? Nothing? Fine. Okay, then bye. See you on Thursday. Thursday 8 to 9:30.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.